up, crypto warriors? It's Ultra Crypto back at it again. Today is Friday, August 21st, 2020. Look at the gas fees for Ethereum. 2.2 Ethereum or 2.32 Ethereum to stake only about not even a full 3,000 MYX tokens on their staking platform or staking app or whatever the case is. Just got these tokens, playing around with them to see, this whole DeFi thing. Just saw these tokens on somebody's video and let me check them out and see what's up. And yeah, it's crazy to think that I'm not paying that to stake basically about $5 worth of tokens or something. That's just dumb. All right, next, buy Bitcoin before a major banking crisis, Rich Dad Poor Dad author. In a tweet on August 21st, Rich Dad Poor Dad told followers that there was no time to think about investing in safe haven. This is a tweet. Why Buffett is out of banks. All caps. Banks bankrupt. Major banking crisis is coming fast. We have to remember that last September, that the repo market, the market where banks lend banks money overnight dried up. There was no liquidity, and the Federal Reserve started printing money from back then, or I should say printing currency from back then. There's a big major banking crisis happening, and nobody's really talking about it. We've been distracted by this whole Corona thing. Fed and Treasury to take over banking system. Fed and Treasury helicopter fake money direct to people to avoid mass rioting. Not a time to think about it. How much gold, silver, and Bitcoin do you have? Fair question, valid question. How much Bitcoin do you have? If you're a precious metal bug, how much gold, silver do you have? How much gold, silver, and Bitcoin do you have? Do you have enough? Dollar weakness versus airy stock market records. The Federal Reserve's balance sheet, having previously dipped below $7 trillion, is now back above that level. The weakness of the dollar versus stocks. This is why we're seeing all-time highs in the stock market, with the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. We're seeing these all-time highs because there's so much liquidity in the markets. The markets are being pumped up. Anthony Pompliano on his show yesterday, the Lunch Money Show with his wife Paulina, he had the perfect analogy of what the Federal Reserve was doing with the liquidity into the market, right? He described it as a ball pit in the playground of McDonald's. So back in the day, a lot of McDonald's had ball pits. I remember growing up and going to these McDonald's and playing in the ball pit. So he's saying that's what the liquidity crisis is basically kids in the ball pit with basically one ball. So you have like 4 kids, one ball, and then the Federal Reserve came up with a dump truck full of balls, full of balls, and dumped it into the playground on these kids. Okay, so that's what the liquidity crisis is. That's what the Fed pumping the markets with liquidity is. Just basically an overflow of cash, and there's nowhere to put all that cash except into real assets. They're putting it into the stock market. They're putting it into gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And this is why we're seeing a big pump in safe haven assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin. All right, that's what's happening here. And Warren Buffett, who was against gold for so long, invested in a gold company, okay, that mines gold and dumped all his bank stocks. Next, U.S. bank regulator sees potential in fintech solutions to legacy banking systems. The acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks, who was formerly the chief legal officer at Coinbase, was in an interview with CNN basically, and he's talking about CBDCs and the fact that them being issued by private companies but backed by bank deposits could be a thing. Need for a faster payment solution, with the recent issuing of coronavirus benefit payments being sent across what Brooks described as 19th century banking rails. We still have people today that are getting federal checks, benefit check. There's still people today that are still using checks. So yes, it is the 19th century banking rails because they have to mail it out to them. And he's comparing it to the United Kingdom that have a faster payment system that's innovated by private companies but supervised by a federal watchdog. So he's saying that we need private companies, i.e. like Square, PayPal, have them be the payment rails or the payment system, and then just have the government or the federal watchdogs like supervise and make sure that they're not trying to cheat people and that they are on the up and up. And he's saying that over 50 million Americans are into crypto, and he wants to make it safe and accessible to them the same way they have a checking account. Good ideas, and hopefully he could get to push it through. Next, coming from Decrypt, researchers call on CoinMarketCap to highlight wash trading. So this research took place back in July of 2019 to November of 2019, and it pointed out that there are 3 different groups of cryptocurrency exchanges that have wash trading. Like they fall into 3 different groups. One that have no evidence of wash trading, like Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Bittrex, Kraken, and Poloniex. I noticed it didn't have Coinbase on here. I guess Coinbase will probably be in the first group as well. And Gemini as well. Second group have mixed evidence, right? Binance, HitBTC, KuCoin, and Uobit. And overwhelming evidence of prior wash trading include Fcoin. I've never heard of Fcoin. Huobi, I used to use them, and OKX. So yes, they do have wash trading. If you're wondering what is wash trading artificially increases a crypto exchange's reported trading volume and can cause ill-informed investment decisions and unfair competition between different exchanges. And 98% of trading activity might be fake. 98% of trading activity might be fake. Well, this research is calling on CoinMarketCap, all right, to call out wash trading. CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance now. So will they call out wash trading? Will they only point out wash trading from different exchanges like their competitors like KuCoin or OKEX, right? Or OKX or whatever? Like, will they just be pointing out the fact that they're bad actors, or not point out the fact that they themselves are have evidence of wash trading also? So we got to be careful there when we're asking the owners of the website to be upfront and honest about these things. Next, speaking of fake trades and fakeness, John McAfee ghosts his own privacy first cryptocurrency project. Now, in the past, like when I first started this channel back in 2017, and I made a video back then about pump and dump with John McAfee, because he was getting paid by cryptocurrency projects during the height of the bull market, right? For like anywhere from 50K to 150K to tweet out about their crap coin, okay? And I was like, hey, if you want to make some quick money, once he tweets about it, you could be a part of the pump and dump and run it up and then dump it on to people that come in after you. Well, I personally never did it because I feel like only the inner circle within the pump and dump group are the ones that are able to really benefit from it. And I just wanted to point it out that, hey, if you're risky, you're a gambler, you want to take the risk and the chance, just follow McAfee and his pump and dump tweets. Well, it seems like, again, because he's having some issues with the founders of this Ghost protocol or Ghost project, whatever the case is, now he's saying that it's a shit coin again and that it's not going to work. He did the same thing with Bitcoin. He said that Bitcoin was going to be $1 million by December 31st of 2020, and if it wasn't, he would basically give himself fellatio, perform fellatio on himself, right? And then when it seemed that basically Bitcoin is not going to make that $1 million mark by 2020, December 31st, 2020, he said that Bitcoin is old tech, it's stupid. Oh, I never really said that. He started backtracking and calling Bitcoin basically a shitcoin. So just be careful. I said all that to say, be careful who you're following on Twitter. Be careful who you're following in the crypto space, because they're basically all just trying to pump their bags, or it's a pump and dump scheme. And we just have to be careful out there when, we're following people like him, because you don't want to get hurt. you don't want to, lose a lot of money trying to follow something that McAfee was talking about, and then, in the long run, it turned out to be a crap project anyway, and he was obviously getting paid by them. All right, so just be careful out there. Just like with the whole DeFi thing, be careful out there. All right. A lot of these things are good projects, but a lot of them are, not necessarily scam, but scam-ish, right? Yeah. Just be careful, and let's talk about it in the comment section below. It's Sergeant Crypto. Thanks for watching. Smash with a like, hit that subscribe button, and notification bell if you're new around here. And if you're back again for more, thank you. Thank you for all the support, and I'm out. Peace.